you have the instruction to decide versus between Scrum and Kanban. What are the factors or the criteria to go with one or with the other framework?
Probably the type of work. Considering that in general, I don't see them as opposite frameworks, because Kanban is really a system and a set of principles and practices, while Scrum is a framework for building a process. Okay. So I would say that if I would anyway end up mixing the two. Because you have cadences also when you're building a Kanban system. Okay, it's just different what you're expecting. You still have something to plan when you think about replenishment, for example, of the batch. But the thing is that when you're thinking about this type of decision, really what people are thinking about is analyzing the type of work, which is if you are working in a service orientation, so like you have a demand, you have to manage a demand, and you have a skill that you are applying to serve that demand, then you may want to start before building something like Scrum to actually use a system that allow you to focus on the right practices and principles. On the other hand, if you have something that is a value that you have to build incrementally to deliver basically to customer, and you need to actually understand and unravel complexity of what is the actual final value that you want to build, then you would be using Scrum. Okay, so let me make an example. Sorry. Imagine you are again a pizzeria. Okay, the pizzeria has a very specific skill, which is baking pizza in the end. Okay, so what would you choose, Kanban or Scrum? Probably Kanban. Why? Because you are not incrementally building something, even though you will see that you actually are. But in that case, what you would want to focus when starting is how do you optimize the flow of value, which is basically using the skill that you already have to actually manage the demand. So the people are coming to the pizzeria, they want to sit at the table, order a pizza, and get the most beautiful and let's say good tasting pizza in the best tasting pizza in the world. That's where you would concentrate on things like limiting work in progress, throughput, optimization of your flow, and things like that. Okay, so you would start using Kanban. However, if you think about it, you can still think about the value for the customer, not just as delivering the pizza the way you know how to do it, but as the whole experience. So you can start thinking about, okay, what's the value for my customer? Because if you think about, I don't know, McDonald's and Carlo Cracco, they are both restaurants, but one is providing you the value of a Michelin-starred restaurant for the food experience. It's a kind of, an ancestral and transcendent experience of food. In McDonald's, the value is not food, it's time. Okay, so once you start thinking about value, you can start thinking, even if you're a pizzeria, about how do I increment iteratively the value that I'm giving to my customer. So the choice of pizzas, the speed I'm getting them to pizzas, the type of table that you have, all of the things that may bring value to the end customer, they are a product which you can increment iteratively every month. For example, you can spend a certain amount of money in building more, I don't know, features of your restaurant. Okay, in that case, you may start using Scrum. So you use both, basically. I would say it really depends on the type of work that you want to do. So if the team is kick-started and has to start building their performance, they will have the two type of work. They will have operations and service type of work, as well as delivery, value, and incremental work, probably. As all the teams that I've met have both types of work. But they will have a kind of a dominant type of work, which will be either delivery of value in an incremental way, or a service like demand management type of work. Based on that, I would choose to start with one or the other.